recording?
Yes, we are live. We're live, Oliver. So I think it is allowed to smoke.
Okay.
You can smoke from Barcelona, right?
Right.
So thank you everybody for joining the meeting. As you can see, we are only three. We have Gamitra, Oliver, and me. You can say hello because YouTube just streamed the people that is actually talking.
Hi.
So hello everybody.
Okay, so we just decided after a while. Unfortunately, it seems that this Sunday is not so a lucky Sunday, but it's the solstice. It's the beginning of summer. So probably summer changed everything, and we have a lot of unfortunately people that cannot join today. Most of them excused, and some of them not. But so we decided just to have an informal update here, a little chat together where we can just say what happened during these two weeks, and then probably we will find another, let's say another time, another day during the week to have the 14th board meeting, a more formal and more full of members. So I don't know, Oliver, do you have can you help me to retrieve the last the last board minute, because actually I was searching for it, but because last time we didn't use this system to streaming, I was restreaming the OBS and I have lost everything. But in the meanwhile, in case you cannot, I just give you my updates. So my updates are very little, unfortunately. I have 3 things to do from the last meeting. The first, basically, yes, let's say 3. The first 2 were just to put minutes of our last council meeting in May to our wiki and to our website. I finally found them, but I apologize. I didn't put the PDF file into our. So I will prepare later on tonight. I promise you the page on our website with the minute, and the page in our wiki with the minute. So everything is updated. We have the official minute with all the votes and so on. The thing that I have done is to send all the invoices, except for a couple of parts that maybe you can help me. I mean, I have to search for the new Slovakian Pirate Party email, treasury email, or let's say info email, and the Pirate Party of Catalonia, that I actually have only informal. Yes, I have all emails, of course, of you, of Dario, and whatsoever. But I was searching for a more official, let's say, email. Unless I get it, I will send also the invoices to them. So we are pretty set up. Do you remember that we just switched the new membership fee for 2020 from 300 euro per vote per year to 50 euro per vote per year? We still have only, as I can remember, four pirate parties that didn't pay last membership fee, and Gamitra, I should say that the Estonian Pirate Party is one of them. So
I think there's only money to give. I think the only bank account there is that someone may have access to might contain maybe 100 euros on it, but I don't think anyone knows how to access it.
Great. Great. So I will resend anyway the invoices fee for this year. That is actually only 50 euro. The 2019 is still remain unpaid, I guess, but we can see afterward.
Yeah, I haven't actually had any proper communication with them for a while now. I will try to check on them.
That's cool.
Kind of lost communication lately, so I don't know if anyone's managing anything right now.
That's
I've
cool.
lost communication with Matt. I don't know where he is or if he exists or on which communication platform I can find him.
And Oliver, did you find anything about the Pirate Party of Catalonia?
I'm just searching right now, and well, I can tell you the server, but perhaps I don't know what to put in front. Treasure should be the best, the Spanish word for treasure, but I will give it during the night to you. Okay?
Okay, perfect.
Clear it
Thank
up
you
here
very much.
in the mobile.
Thank you very much, Oliver. So we were all set up, and hopefully we can. We at least we can address all our fellow pirates from all Europe with the membership fee in advance instead of sending the invoice for the current year 1 year later, as usual. But this year we will made it. We made it actually. So. And that's it. No. I have another important updates regarding the European Citizen Initiative. Finally, we have not only set up, let's say, at least the Bootstrap website, but we also opened the Open Collective account for collecting money, and we have a plan. We have a communication plan. Yes. Don't laugh, Gamita. We have a communication plan in place, made by one Italian guy that has a communication, a little communication company, and I think it's a great plan. We now just only need to decide which platform to use to collecting signatures. If it could be the standard European collective signatures platform, or just another one custom. I'm in contact with the UBI, European Citizen Initiative tech guy, and we were discussing. That is actually, I think it's from Spain also. I can't remember his name, but it is from Spain. They will start collecting signatures from September, next September the 25th, and they would like to use their own server, their own. Who is there? A pirate. Another fellow pirate. Let me see who is joining us. Hello. We cannot see you. Onza. Hello, Onza.
Hi.
Nice to meet you again. Thank you for joining us. You know Oliver, and probably you still don't know Gamito, right? Well, I assume that now you know her. And I was telling you that we're just deciding which kind of platform using to collect signatures for the ECI. And the thing is that if we have money, we can use our own platform. It's not that much expensive, but it will cost around 3,000 euro per year. So the most, I mean, for now, the big difference is that probably our own server, our own platform will be much more flexible. because the original idea was to just just have the two campaigning the two initiatives together. That means our file sharing campaigning ECI with the UBI campaign. That means that, for instance, after you sign one, you will be redirected, or at least you will have a CTA to just a call to action to the other campaign, and vice versa. We thought that it could be, more interesting and more productive for both campaign. And actually, we think that using the standard European campaign platform, it couldn't be so flexible. So
where is it? Where is the standard one? How do I find it if I want to take a look at it?
you can find it. I've never seen already, because I think that we didn't choose actually. We are now in the process of choosing. Okay, so the European Commission is just waiting for us to choose the platform. We have to make our decision, but as soon as we made the decision, we also should say that probably the date of the year, starting year, for collecting signatures. So actually, we didn't make. So I've never seen them, but I'm pretty sure that is in the European. Let me check if it should be in the European website.
I think I found it. I think it's
find it?
Europa.eu/citizens-initiative. I just googled European Citizens Initiative, and it's got all the projects, and you can, there's freedom to share as well, and you can click on like support this initiative. I checked one of the other projects.
Yeah.
On their platform, I think. Well, okay, I don't know what their platform is.
Okay, let me check. Yeah.
The freedom to share one is on it.
So I'm not really sure if I know what you're talking about, since I have a difficulty finding the notes from the last board meeting, because it's just buried here on Town Square somewhere.
I don't think this is even on the board meeting.
Right. Two things about this. Alessandro is talking about ESI, Bürgerunterschriftensammlung auf europäischer Ebene, out of parties, got nothing to do with parties. But we decided in the last council meeting to support this ESI.
Yeah, I know that there was a discussion about it. I just wanted to take a look at the notes, but I can't find them.
And regarding the last board meeting we had, I also can remember we spoken about Black Lives Matter, about this hashtag and all this thing. But I also cannot find minutes to this thing. If you can find them in the town square, this would be great.
Yeah, well, there was some debate about Black Lives Matter after that on exactly on Town Square, and I think it's not so. Was it not? No, it wasn't on Town. Was it on Town Square? Yeah, I think it was on Town Square. Yeah, like I only use Mattermost for PPEU. I'm not using it for anything else, so I'm not like a very good user.
Are you on Mattermost? Are you not on Signal? How are we doing that with? Are we not adding?
I think I tried Signal a while. Like the problem is that the Czech Pirate Party is already using 10 different platforms, and then PPEU is using different platforms from those 10 platforms. So it's
of course.
You will slowly start to lose the the oversight over who is where and what has been discussed on which platform. And usually the solution we have in Czech Pirate Party for this is that someone will come around and say, hey, we should all start using this one new platform, and then like 10% of the party moves to the new platform. And
It's like,
it just keeps going on.
yeah, it's the same everywhere, I think.
Well, John, just wait for Pyros International. They will have new tools once again.
I've been once to the Pirate Beer, and I want 2 hours of my life back.
No, really.
Yeah, well, maybe it was the bad timing, but basically the whole 2 hours was just Bailey, and I don't know who it was. I think it was some guy from Austria, just Bailey and some guy from Austria just insulting each other for 2 hours, and then that is connected.
It happens, but I still cannot find the minute of last board meeting. Let me see.
I think I mean he just asked about ECI, so I think if you just explain with your words what that is, that will help.
Sure. I mean, we were just talking about this ECI. Actually, yes, it's not. It's not coming from one of our pirate party and the PPIU neither. But we decided at the last council meeting in Milan, not the last, the previous one, to support it. So actually, what we are doing right now is just starting really to choose the platform to collect all the signatures. And the debate was if use the platform provided by the European Commission, that is free, of course, or not, or using another one, because we would like to campaign also. I mean, the main reason is, of course, we have to collect 1 million of signatures all over Europe. Okay.
What are we collecting the signatures for?
Sorry. Becoming for the file sharing, against the, not against, just about the last copyright law approved last year, right? So we're just now proposing a new different model, and we would like to show this different model to the European Commission, where people, let's say, just pay a little amount in their internet connection, but they will be free to share files without any further obligation. We are fighting for file sharing, so for freedom to share files. Okay, that's the ECI. But I think that you can find the original. I think that in the European website, European Parliament website, should be the original text. Let me find it.
If you go to the ECI website, which if you just Google European Citizens Initiative, you get a list of all the initiatives, and there's going to be a freedom to share initiative there just on the list, and you can read it there.
Oh, great.
If I knew where to send you a link on, I would just send you a link.
Yeah, you can send the link in the Jitsi chat, or
I'm not sure if that is ready. No, the freesharing.eu. That site doesn't look ready. So.
No, almost. No, freeshare.eu you should reach. It should. There's just a splash page. So let me see.
Is this like a German idea?
Actually, it comes from us. I mean, it's we have also German pirate on board, but it comes from Italy. But
Okay. Yeah, because it's similar to how copyright works at German universities. Like they pay some fixed amount to the copyright owners of like with the book publishers and so on, and then they can copy mostly as much as they want.
Yeah, basically
But it has a lot of caveats, because it's like every few years you have to negotiate this again, and the price that the universities pay is like actually it's pretty ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
you
sure,
don't see that as individual, but if you take a look at it, like because they can demand anything they want, because it would probably just come down to some sort of Verwaltungsgesellschaft, like some sort of collective administration of the copyright rights, and they can, if it gets large enough, or if there isn't like 10, 20 different ones but just one, then it's pretty much a monopoly.
Let me check. Let me check once. Examinate, yes. Not let me vote. Yes. Yes, I can post you the link. It's on the initiative we're talking about is this one. Fuck, what happened there? This is the annex, and also you see the members and everything. We have to sponsor, and then that's it. So basically, we were talking about this. I mean, if there is the opportunity to have to campaign with another initiative, just approve the same. I mean, that this campaign together with the UBI, because actually the Universal Basic Income is one of the another pirates core team, at least another pirates interesting topic, and as well as file sharing. So we would like to campaign each other to just enforce both of them, because what we need now is to have to build some network, a huge network to try to reach as much as people in Europe, all over Europe. So, 1 million of signatures are not so much in 1 year, but it's just it depends of the network we will be able to build. That's it. So, guys, I don't know what else to add to this meeting, because all the 3 things I have to tell you, I already did.
Should we figure out when we are gonna have a board meeting next?
I think that Oliver just you proposed next Wednesday holiday, or not?
Now I'm on one for a micro. Sorry, I just putting the link into the European Pirates Wiki, because the minutes from the council meeting in Milan in Milano, there's
Yeah.
a wrong link in there, which gives only the rough citizen initiative side, but not the right initiative. Just putting in this. Yes, I proposed Wednesday 20 hours if everybody's fine with this.
Well, I would say that probably for me Thursday would be better because on next Wednesday I will drive back to Milan, so it'd be hard for me to. I mean, I could join for, I don't know, probably half an hour or maybe an hour, but then I have to leave. So I don't know. At 9 I have to leave for sure. So maybe Thursday would be better, or at least anyway, it could be it could be for me. I mean, I'm not the only one. I mean, if we find a date that suits the most of us, it would be nice.
Well, in fact, it's more about the problem that we should have in the people which are not coming today, and to have a maximum of audience.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm fine with doing a doodle also about this. It's just about to get anybody on board, and to give anybody his opinion. For me, better Tuesday. For me, better Wednesday. The other one, better Thursday. But
Yeah,
if
sure.
everybody can make one day, this should be the day to choose.
I think that I'm sure I passed this link. I mean, sorry, not only this link, because we moved the Jitsi server to another domain. You see, meet.partito-pirata.it, and now, I mean, the streaming is just you can put here the streaming code from YouTube, and that's it. But I think that probably just for avoiding that I am the key player. I would like also to share maybe to somebody else the YouTube account. I had it, so because otherwise you can easily I can easily share you the credential to create rooms in this Jitsi server. That is, I already did, but without the credential, YouTube credential, we cannot have a live streaming because you have to put the code into the Jitsi server. So probably let's discuss this in the chat, and maybe it's better that it's not only me and maybe Miklos. I'm pretty sure that Miklos could join next meeting. He couldn't today, but I'm pretty sure he could the next one. But anyway, I think that at least we should be able to do this little architecture without some key player. Otherwise, everything is somehow blocked. You can smoke, Oliver. You can smoke.
Regarding this YouTube streaming and Jitsi and all that, I'm quite old-fashioned. I'm fine with Mumble and having a pet, And
yeah, I know that you're old-fashioned.
If we decided to go to Jitsi, that's fine. But of course, the problem is if you see each other's faces, if you're doing this way, you will have also a need for a different kind of minutes, yeah, because nobody will find a pet anymore, as there are no pet anymore existing, and all the things behind. So this is something to discuss more in future with the whole board, I think.
Yeah, actually, I think that I don't know what you think, Gamita and Onza, but if we are now, it's a kind of informal meeting, so we didn't set up a pad in the minute. But I think that in the meanwhile, because streaming is fine, because everything is easily can be easily followed by anybody, and also days later. after the meeting. Otherwise, the mumble recordings were not so good, because you have to record the audio, put the audio, and it's not so. I mean, YouTube it's really from this point of view, in my opinion, it's much more useful, because if you come there, you want to just listen the board meeting. You can even don't watch and just play the. I did. I don't know if you did, but I did. Sometimes I just listen to some videos in YouTube at the double of speed. But it's pretty nice, because you save the and then when you want to just slow down and maybe 10 minutes, you just slow down and even watch it instead of listening. But you can use, when you have both of them, audio and video, sorry, you can of course choose. And then we can always put our minutes after we have the pad in our wiki. So for the historical records, we have everything. For all the needs, we have everything. But anyway, I'm not old-fashioned. Even if I'm old, I'm not old-fashioned. So I'm pretty open to have everything. I like to have meetings with a sort of video meeting instead of. I like it. Honestly, I like it.
I've started to like it. I've learned to appreciate it now. The more I've done it, actually, I'm liking this. People should do this more.
Yeah. You're muted, Oliver. You're muted. You smoke, but you're muted.
Now I can speak now. And let me put my hand off. So I'm totally with you. It's okay. It's another quality of a meeting than Mumble or with a pad. But in principle, Alessandro, it's the same procedure. As long as you are not on YouTube streaming, you're doing a graduation of this meeting, minute by Jitsi, minute by Mumble, and afterwards you give it down to the server so people can find this. On the other side, of course, it's an adventure for you to have a double speed and to have a look to the meeting in YouTube as it's stored there. But it's quite a lot of hierarchy. People not coming only wanting to listen, they also coming in to have a chance to interrupt in the meeting or to interact with the meeting. And this is something YouTube won't give us as long as we don't have a certain delegate in the board meeting having a look to the YouTube channel chat,
Yes, you're fine. I mean, I think that when we are at least I don't know 5, 6, I think that one of us can do this. And even about speaking, we use this kind of architecture, let me say, with the Italian spirit. And we use this for our actually our online meeting. So when somebody wants to speak, it's just a list and say, hey, I would like to speak. If you, I mean, no matter, you can write, I would like to speak. Fine, we can give him just the link, the Jitsi link, and he can join and he can speak even live. Not only interact, with just interact with us in the chat, in the YouTube chat. So I think that honestly, I don't know. Yeah, it's maybe a bit more complicated, but it also adds more value, in my opinion. I don't know. Of course, we should be more professional. We should be more. I think that we are improving. I don't know what you think, guys, Onza and Gamita, but I think that we are improving in such a way. You see, it's a slow process, but this time invoices will arrive within the year, not 1 year later. I know that seems to be. I mean, just we have to do what we can. I mean that at least in my opinion we are improving. If it's not too much, I don't know what to do.
Now, after all, it's only a tool discussion. Let's move on. What about finding a new date for the board meeting?
I don't know. I mean, I think that because I mean more than 5 over 9 are missing, so probably we should just take a look, have a look of our chat, and maybe have some doodle or whatever. If we want to just have a quick update without waiting another 2 weeks. I don't know what you think. Because otherwise we cannot decide for all the others. I can say yes, it's fine for me Wednesday, but it's not.
Yeah, that's very clear. I'm just paid.
Can we just do next Sunday so we can just like switch up the Sundays but keep it on Sundays?
Yeah, we can. We can just. You wanna try next Sunday?
Yeah. So people still like we can still keep the Sunday. We know people can expect it. It doesn't really matter, like if it's every 2 weeks or like if it's suddenly 3 weeks once and then we still keep on doing the 2 weeks from there. Or we just do now the next Sunday and then we take a 3-week break for the summer and then we go back to like the original Sunday pattern. But I don't know if that matters much. I don't know how much do we have to discuss in general?
From 1 hour to 2 hours.
Well, there's a lot of
What
things.
topics do we have?
In
Like
fact,
on the agenda?
we should prepare the next council meeting, which should take place this year. I'm quite fine with Gamitra's proposal to keep it on Sundays, as everybody is used to Sundays, and just go to the next Sunday. If it's fine for everybody,
just put it up on Doodle and see what most people would want.
I mean, if Sundays like this time already something we've been agreeing on for like a year, then everyone should be fine with that.
Like this kind of comes with the territory, since Mikuláš and Markéta are parliamentaries, so there will always be like some last minute changes on their schedule. So, or I don't know, have they usually been to most of the meetings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Sundays work out for them.
Gamitra, let it put right. I think it's not only a problem of dates from the members of the European Parliament. It's also about participation and motivation, which is missing here. This is something why we should make more inclusive, In fact, Jan, just to give you a little bit the story, you are now a member of this board as the former member, which was elected in the council meeting, not appeared here one single time.
Yeah, I know, but which is fun because like actually he could have talked a lot with the other. I think he knew. He's pretty much fluent in Italian, so he could also and German as well. So he could talk with most people in their native languages. But yeah, but it was like we basically we figured that we probably have about 3 places. We would probably get 3 places on the board, and it was only 4 people who applied for it, and I only applied. I actually like in my candidate speech. It was on the forum. So in my candidate message was basically that nobody should vote for me, and I'm only applying so that there's more candidates than the places that you are applying for. So which is mostly the reason why Lukáš, this is his name, got it, because he had some ideas there, although most of his ideas had nothing to do with PPEU, because it's like PPEU and PPI are like, there's like maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 people in our party that are interested in it in some capacity. So like most of the other, and Lukáš wasn't one of them. Like he's like he was mostly doing the national Czech stuff, but he's also like he's doing his doctorate in Florence or somewhere in Italy. So he figured like he's a European, so he would apply for PPEU. But yeah, but he's
okay. Just finish.
Okay. No, it's just that because I remember that because Mikuláš used to be also a board member in our local organization, and but at the same time he was member of the national parliament. It meant that like at least 70% of our meetings he could not attend because there was always some last minute scheduling and he couldn't appear, even though he was the board member, but he was almost never there. So.
Well, if that's okay. I understand. You get strange sound here.
Yeah, your sound is fucked up.
I don't think that. I don't think that affects her.
Sorry, Hans, I muted. It was yours. It was yours. You have some strange, yeah, it was some Onza just feedback. I don't know. I'm sorry, Onza. I muted you. I didn't want to be unpolite. I just muted you because I mean, your computer makes a lot of noise.
But now it's okay once again.
Yeah. Excel is fine.
Okay. Well, I can understand this. I can remember that Mikuláš 3 meetings ago or 4 meetings ago, he told in the Signal or in the Mattermost, hey, I got to go to TV this evening. Sorry, I can make it. That's totally all right. And we should also think about that. Not only always everything is depending on the meeting. We got communication channels we should use more.
Yeah. I think that comes back to the question of participation and motivation that you raised as well. And I think we need to do some more work at actually communicating as humans and not just in the meetings and the minutes. I think we should have a meeting. And I think we did it once, right? Where we just kind of an informal board meeting. But can we just take a meeting again where we just like, I don't know, do a pirate beer, but like PPU board pirate beer, where we just like chat about things like we do now. Related things, but still just kind of get motivation back and just kind of hype each other up a bit more. Because I think we won't start communicating out of board meetings. We want to start communicating and showing up properly on board meetings and getting things done before we have that. I think that's actually a more pressing issue than the other issues we have on the agenda.
I agree with you, Dimitra. I totally agree with you. I mean, board meeting is not shouldn't be the only way and the only time that we spend together just to do things together. Of course, something can be done. I mean, sending invoices is I don't have to all of you there just to send copy and paste and addresses and it's just office stuff that I can do by myself.
Yeah.
But what I mean is that to move on, we should do. I mean, more work together. Except not only except aside from the board meetings. You know what I mean? And probably the board meeting is just something formal where we just show it to
Cover the
everybody.
progress, yeah. Cover the progress,
Yeah.
not make the progress.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
it.
think the board meeting should be like 1 hour at most, and all the actual work and actual discussions should happen like with the relevant people in the relevant places outside of that. And I think
Yeah.
if we keep them short and concise and kind of like, this is what's happening, here's, so we're all on the same page, people would start showing up more as well. And kind of, so we make sure people that are relevant to an issue being discussed will get that discussed when that is being discussed, not in the board meeting. Can we just do like a hangout meeting, like soon? Like
Yeah,
maybe
sure.
next Saturday. Like I don't know if the other issues on the agenda are that important. Thinking like getting just like us together to do something moderately fun would be, actually more important than the rest of it. To kind of optimize for the other things we need to get done. So I don't even actually know what we need to get done, but I think before that, I first need to kind of get the motivation to participate and kind of like get back on track and just kind of talk to you all a bit more and know what you're up to and what we're collectively up to and kind of what's happening. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense a lot for me. At least for me, it makes sense.
So kind of like as an outcome of this meeting now, can we propose another informal meeting? Just kind of come together and not expect any kind of measurable outcomes from the meeting, just kind of hang out and make sure we're all there and we all kind of just talk to each other.
I think we can do this. I mean, so probably also the original proposal of Onza could. I mean, just leave the next board meeting as scheduled. I mean, not next Sunday, but just 2 Sundays from today. So
Okay.
we will have time to prepare our next informal meeting. So the doodle is fine. I mean, maybe your idea, Oliver, to have it just a doodle or even Wednesday meeting or what, and we don't need to have just 3 hours long meeting. It just even half of hour can be productive. Even an hour, if we just say that okay, we're all together, we're all there. How what you felt.
Maybe even the opposite. Maybe like we'll do it for the whole evening, and people can come whenever they want and just drop in, and we'll just chat about things. And they come and like, well, we decided it's gonna be one evening, like, and we're just gonna be there from like I don't know, more or less from 6 to 10. And when people kind of can show up, then just show up. Whoever's there, we're just chatting and hanging out together. Something like that. So we don't need to get everyone in the same place. We kind of give flexibility around it, so people feel like they just want to join. If they can't join, just an idea. Maybe this doesn't work.
First, Alessandro, you saw on the press about the Catalan pirates. Second, regarding this proposal or this thinking, these ideas you're giving, Gamitra. Well, yes, I'm quite with you, and that's quite fine. We should have something like the European Pirates Beer, where people interested in European things can freely talk and
I think
meet.
quite the board.
Just have a chat. But on the other side, I'm thinking also we are an elected board, and in some kind we have to find also the method to make decision taking about certain things, and with having a 3 or 4 hours meeting while people can join in and go away, you won't be able to make this decision taking.
Yeah,
So,
no, but that's the point. We need to stop trying to be productive all the time if we can't show up and be motivated, and just have a space where we don't have to have any measurable outcomes and just hang out and just kind of communicate to each other as humans. So kind of whenever we have to go back to decision making, we can actually do that and be motivated to do it and be excited for it.
Yeah, because actually, I don't think that motivate. I mean, the decision-making process is going to be wrong. I think it's pretty fine to take decisions. The problem is that just to take decisions that can be, for instance, fulfilled. You know, it's useless to take decisions. I mean, speaking about me, we in the Italian pirates, with the Italian pirates, we were great to take decisions. We have taken decisions for 10 years, and that's it. Only decision. Nothing happened then. You know, decision for everybody, for every kind of thing. I mean, we were a perfect decision maker, but that's it. So I mean, what I was wondering if and actually I was pointing out that we are starting not only to make decision here with this board, Oliver, but we are also doing some stuff. We did some stuff. Mattermost is one of them. This kind of meetings are one of them. The online board, council meeting, last online council meeting was another one. We approved some budget. We have some money to spend. We are now, you know, we are moving. In my opinion, we are moving. Not at the speed we would like to, but we are moving. We are also, you know, at the last council meeting, try to, you know, follow a great purpose to become a European party, a real European party. You know that we start this process, and we invited a lot of, not a lot of, but still some other parties at our council meeting. So, you know, things are moving. So I don't think that the Gamita proposal is completely bad. I like it because, you know, from the perspective, from the changing the things that we want to change and really change it, there is a space in between that can be not just leave to people themselves. You know, we're not here. I mean, if I say you do this, you do this, or say who's gonna do this, and nobody is raising the hand. You know, I mean myself, I have to apologize because at last board meeting I took three pieces for me, 3 tickets for me, and I did only one. Yes, I am the bad guy. I am the bad one. I know,
But you're the
but
only person that's taking the tickets.
yeah,
I don't think we
yeah,
need more people that take them. You know, that's the point. That's the issue. I think we need to solve right now to get more people
yeah,
to be on the same page and be like, "Oh, actually, I want to do this, but I didn't realize I could or I wanted."
yeah. That's it. Yeah, actually, this is the problem.
Well, if you remember, Alessandro, it was very clear that 3 issues you took the last board meeting. It was noticeable. Nobody would like to do this issue, and there was a big quietness. And finally, about 30 seconds, Alessandro told us, well, I will go for it." So it's not
No, you're
about it, you know.
You know
But
what?
what's the kind of the action plan from here? Like, it seems you do agree we need some kind of motivation boosting, informal hanging out event or meeting. But how do we actually make that happen? What's the next step in doing that? Do we propose that in Signal?
Yeah, let's
Who's
try
going to take
it.
that ticket? I can do that. I'd love to do that. And like being on this discussion and being in this conversation, actually having time to chat with you and like realize, right, okay, actually, like, I'm only interested in doing that and I'd like to do it. But without these discussions, I never realize that. I think that's what we need for all of us.
Once again, I didn't get you, Gamitra. What will you do?
Propose an informal meeting or kind of throw that idea into the Signal chat.
Well, I'm writing already in the Signal chat. Let me have a look.
Don't worry, Oliver. It shouldn't happen immediately. It will happen. Don't worry. Let things change. Come on. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Wait,
Have
are you writing
faith.
to the Signal group right now? I'm not following.
I've written in Signal 14 minutes ago when we were speaking about Gamitra
By the way,
next
but,
Sunday.
by the way, Onza, you are in the Signal chat, right?
I don't think it is.
What signature?
No, you see, Signal chat. In the Signal, you're only
Signal
in
chat.
Matemo.
No.
You're not. No,
Not
so that's the problem, Gamitra. We should add. So in the Mattermost chat, just give us the chance to add you in the Signal chat. Okay, Onza?
I think I have Signal installed somewhere, but I'll take a look
Come on,
again.
it's one of your 45 tools.
No, we don't use Signal in Czech Pirate Party.
You don't?
So it's one of the extra ones. Or I think Marcel is using Signal, but Marcel is weird because like he doesn't have his own Facebook, so I think he's using Signal and he's using this Facebook alternative. I forgot what it is. Something with I think it starts with E.
Yeah, don't offend Marcel because he doesn't have a Facebook account. I am almost 50 and I don't have a Facebook account too.
Yeah,
so
well, it's bad.
please...
It's bad when you're trying to connect with voters because like this is like I know like Germans have huge problems with it when we were like doing okay. Like we are doing a mediale Schulung. We are doing like a media schooling for the Saxon pirates in Saxony, and like this was like a huge point where they didn't understand like, well, what the hell, like you all like you say that Facebook is the primary platform, but yeah, it's pretty much a primary platform if you want to connect with people, unfortunately. And so like Mikuláš and Market are incredibly active on Facebook and Marcel isn't. So there's like the big difference between those three is that he has a page. He's like a politician page on Facebook, but it's mostly written by his assistant. And he personally uses Signal and some other platform that nobody else uses. So it's so he's enigma to a lot of people in the party. Like they've never like seen him on social media or in person.
Okay, guys. So I think that we are done here, aren't we?
I will write a proposal or an idea for an informal meeting to the Signal chat.
Yeah, that's great. So we still make a little decision. You see?
Yeah, and
we did it. Yeah. Just don't forget to add Onza. We should ask Mikuláš or Marketa or Onza. I mean, in the matter
and speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we're using Doodle, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and yeah, actually, I already asked Mikuláš, but like, what's the procedure to put forward a proposal? Because we don't have any. There is no PPEU some sort of a rules of. Well, we don't have any set rules for these meetings. Like basically, as far as I understand it, it's mostly just basically a set of customs, like the fact that we are meeting on Sundays, and like there's no.
No, there isn't. There should be, but there isn't, and it's all up to free space we can fulfill. But coming back to this motivation thing, nobody really pushes, and I understand you, Alessandro. If you last board meeting you made this proposal to give small tasks to everybody, like in a hierarchy. Look, you are the one who has to take care about this, you are the one who has to take care about that, and with this getting the people more motivated. I think this could be a way. This working totally without hierarchies all makes that, well, if I don't have to, I won't raise the arm.
Yeah, well, the problematic part is like when, for instance, I as a new member would like to propose something that I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to go about it. Like just I don't know.
I actually don't even have the answer for you. I guess like on a board meeting, there's like the any other business section of the meeting, and then it's kind of like, okay, does anyone have any other issues to discuss? And then you kind of bring it up. Is that kind of how we do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we're a bit more stricter in Czech Republic, but yeah, but because I wanted to propose something that that was like the only serious point I made during my candidacy. Well, in our internal candidacy for the board members in the Czech Pirate Party, was that we should have some sort of a platform where both the pirates from Europe and non-pirates can discuss or connect, because this is mostly pertaining to Central Europe, but I'm like yeah, well, first of all, like I don't trust most of the Eastern European pirate parties because from what I've seen, it's like they're not really the
functional.
That it's just not functional. But for instance, the Polish pirates are they're like flauntingly going against a lot of the values that all the other pirates hold. And your Hungarians don't exist as far as I know. Like they still are somewhere. They're still being registered as members in PPEU and PPI, but no one has seen a Hungarian pirate for a few years, or at least nearly no one has seen one. And like the Romanians have basically have ceased to exist a few months ago, or was it a year ago? And like my worry is that there are a lot of people who maybe they would like to do pirate politics in these countries, but there is some pirate party, but maybe they even try to contact them, but they don't get any answer, and so they're like, just fuck it, I'm going to be a member in the Green Party or in some other, like there are already like it's already too late in some sense of the word, because there are already new liberal parties in most of these countries. But I'm like worried about gatekeeping, where basically there's like 10 pirates in Hungary, and if someone wants to be pirate in Hungary, then our position is, well, try to communicate with these 10 guys. Good luck.
Well, I really agree with this one. So have like like wider European platform, people that don't have a functional pirate party in their country, so they can still like be part of the movement, not rely on those 10 people in Hungary.
Yeah, like Mikuláš already, we debated this with Mikuláš, and he brought some valid points. Well, not against it, but like problematic points is, first of all, like what platform is it supposed to be? Because at first I said it should be something like forum, like the German or Czech pirate forums. They are working at least in some capacity, but the problem is that's going to cost some money, and maybe we would have to have an admin, and who's going to do this? and that's a valid point. So I have a minimalist variant, which is we're just going to make a subreddit. Subreddit r/pirate politics, and it's like doesn't cost any money. What?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we should claim it anyway.
There's already r/pirates, but unfortunately it's like about pirates, but like the sailors.
What about European pirates?
Yeah, our European pirates or our pirate politics or whatever. Like we would have a vote on that, of course. But there's
like
I'm throwing ideas.
Yeah, just going where people already are sounds very reasonable as well.
Because like I've noticed that a lot of young people I know who are like very liberal minded and active, like they're really a lot of them are in the Vault. It's like this pan-European hipster party. And yeah, like I thought that this is something that we fucked up there. Like basically, since this is something that pirates could have done like 10 years ago, like be this loose, decentralized movement where people can join from whole Europe, and instead it's like this hipster guy with like this noble sounding name from Germany who figured this out. I don't know what is his name. Anyone remembers? He's in the same green fraction as the pirates in European Parliament. Yeah, whatever. But it's like it was very depressed. Like I'm going every year to this meeting at the Hungarian-Austrian border. This is this pan-European picnic where they celebrate the fall of the Iron Curtain. And it's organized by the German or Hungarian Youth Foundation. And there's like a lot of young, really motivated people. A lot of them already work in Brussels, like as bureaucrats, like for European Commission and so on. And they are really smart people. And like half of them are members of Volt. And like I got really depressed by that. Because this didn't have to be this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we should debate this when there are more people than 4.
I think it's actually like a good idea to start with 4, or kind of plant this idea in a few people, and then kind of iterate from there. So it doesn't come as a surprise to us when you bring that up, and we have already been able to think about this a bit when you bring this up. But we should definitely do that again. I think it's a really, really valid point.
Mm-hmm.
Are we done for today?
Oh, that's him. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm fine. Looking forward to see you once again.
Yes, guys. So, Gamitra, would you like to say goodbye to everybody? And when you say goodbye to everybody, I will stop the YouTube streaming.
Goodbye, everybody. So exciting.